You hear a few boos in the background there. I would say that's probably the Bournemouth fans who weren't happy with one or two of the refereeing decisions. There's one in particular we'll have a look at in a few minutes' time. But what about Mo Salah's performance today? 2 more goals. He's on to 21 in the Premier League. Forgetting about all the assists, just goal scoring alone.
It's incredible, man. Like me and Kenny were having a debate about how you stop that second goal. I mean, it's so difficult, you know, because if you cover too much on the inside, he will do you down the outside and he will cut across you. You need help. You need a central midfield player to come over and cut that inside one off for you. But then if every time Salah gets the ball, you do bring a midfield player over, you're going to be one light in the middle of the park. So Salah then transfers it back inside and the midfield player he'll be doing doggies all day, back and forth. So it's a hell of a weapon to have because that Kirkus is mobile. He can plant his feet and go. And the deftness of the finish. I mean, he just gets out of his feet and just floats it.
Give him what he wants, is that what you're saying?
I'm getting there.
Forget about all this financial caution and setting a precedent. It's like, maybe we just got to give this guy a lot of money.
Yeah, listen, I said that, you know, that you have to mind the finances. You can't move the pay structure, you know, and you have to be sensible, you know, otherwise you'll end up in a difficult situation. Yeah. I'm edging there. I am, you know.
What about yourself?
He's exceptional in these situations. He really is. Damien's right in terms you need that cover coming out. But once the cover doesn't arrive and you find yourself in a 1v1 situation, most players you might push them towards the left foot and say, go on, then put that in the opposite top corner. Let's see if you're good enough. But this fella consistently he is capable of doing that. So that has to affect your decision making as a fullback. You got to take a big step to your right. You got to cut out that in-swing ball to the far post, and you got to show him the line. Even if you give up the cross to the near post there, this is where we're kind of having a conversation with Damien about it. You got to give him the line there because he's too good.
I'll tell you, we'll show the goal in more detail after the break. You can take us through that with a few pictures. But where does this leave Liverpool? Obviously 9 points clear at the top of the league. Their next fixtures are the last Merseyside derby at Goodison. Yeah. Everton won 4-0, by the way. They were 4-0 up last I heard today. Wolves at home, City away, Newcastle at home. So a couple of potential banana skins there, but not much.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because just keep churning them out. Keep churning out these kind of performances. They're kind of tested. They're having their down moments in games, but they're sticking at it. Like you said, they're kind of dogged. It's almost you understand, look, we're going to have our moments. We're going to have periods. We're going to dominate this game. We've got match winners in the team. We've seen that Salah in particular that we've spoken about. Just huge amount of confidence you feel in this Liverpool team.
What I would say is that a lot of the big hitters got a week off during the week, the Champions League. Okay, today's a difficult day. They've got Tottenham coming up in the second leg of the League Cup. Tottenham aren't in a great place at the moment. And then they got an FA Cup weekend. Is it Plymouth, I think they're playing?
Plymouth away
at the weekend. And then the Merseyside derby. So they do have time.
It's a long trip by coach down to Plymouth. That's a long.
Oh, yeah?
That's a 6 hour.
Right, okay.
5 hour, 6 job.
So he does have an opportunity now to rotate and get everybody fresh, because I tell you, once they come back for that Everton game, it is foot to the floor to the trophies.
Will he rotate against Tottenham, though? I mean,
Tottenham. Check the table. Tottenham are fifth from bottom.
I know, but they're 1-0 down going into it.
But you can still rotate a couple, right?
Yeah,
and then you can rotate a couple against Plymouth. You know what I mean? I'm not saying do what you do against PSV
during the week.
So, you can rotate 1 or 2 out. And then once that Merseyside derby rolls around at Goodison, it's foot to the floor to the finish line then for them. And that's why these few days are vital.
That's a good point. They look fresh today, Liverpool. They weren't hanging on the last kind of 5-10 minutes of that game. They were in control, even kind of physically. Bournemouth, the ones really were wilting. They're the ones who looked as if we're actually flogging it. You know, we've nothing really left here, kind of emptying the bench and searching for a goal. But physically, Liverpool look kind of comfortable. And that, at this stage of the season, that's a big plus.